Alright, so this kit is the best on the market. It is Calval Tools. I make a fully inclusive kit. Comes with everything you need for the most part to do this job. There's a few tools and a few chemicals you're going to need to help you out along the way. But the kit makes it really easy. Basically, comes with a drill bit, a guide. I'm going to slide this guide down in the cylinder. That keeps the drill bit straight. Slide that in there. Put an air ratchet on it. Drill it out. And you got your tap. Just going to put it backwards. Got a little clip so it doesn't fall into the cylinder and get lost forever. You're going to run that through, tap it. Once you're done with that, it comes with inserts. Put some thread locker on there. Put your spark plug in. Run the whole thing in down the cylinder. Let it sit for 4 hours. And you're good to go. It's fixed. First thing, very important. Tap Magic. I'll put a link to all this stuff. You can get it off of Amazon. I think the Tap Magic's like, I don't know, $8 for a 2-pack. Stuff's great. It's just oil you put in when you're running threads or when you're drilling metal. Keeps the bit cool because heat is the enemy whenever you're running tap. This was actually kind of hard to find. Loctite 272. The Loctite 271 is your typical high strength, high temperature Loctite that you'll find Lowe's, Home Depot, usually AutoZone, any auto parts store. You'll find the 271. The 271 is good up until I think 375 degrees. Loctite 272 is good up until 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So, being that you're drilling this into the cylinder head, you know, it's probably one of the hottest points in the whole motor. I opted to find this 272. It was a little expensive. I think it was like 19 bucks off of Amazon for this bottle. Could not find it locally to save my life, but got that. Honestly, you're gonna need an endoscope. Now, you don't really have to go expensive with these. You know, if you're gonna use it a lot, I would recommend. I have a really good one that I can show at another time. But I picked this one up off Amazon at the same time I was buying this stuff. I think it was like $20. It's a whole self-contained unit. It doesn't plug into your phone, nothing fancy. Power it on, recharge it, and you go. But this is all you really need because you're just going to want to look down into that cylinder. One, you're going to want to make sure your cylinder's all the way down and your valves are closed when you first start the project. After that, you're going to want to use that to make sure you get all the metal shavings out. Which brings me to the next piece. You're going to need one of these. It's just a little air gun. Hooks up to your shop area. You can get it down in the cylinder. Psst, psst, spray. Get all the metal shavings out from the drilling you're going to do. Very important. That is a step you do not want to skimp on. Lastly, I haven't even used this thing yet, but I went to Harbor Freight because my air ratchet decided it didn't want to work the first time I went about doing this, so I just went to Harbor Freight, picked up a cheap one. I have a few electrical air ratchets that I use, but I didn't really want to use them for this particular project just because they're not really that high torque. And I didn't want to spend a lot on a new one because I don't do this professionally anymore, so Harbor Freight, 20 bucks, air ratchet. We'll see how it works today. I don't think the fuel rail is going to be in the way, but it might be. First thing I'm going to do, take this little doohickey that comes in the kit. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to attach shop air to this. I'm going to put this in down in the cylinder head. So when I run air through it, then I'm going to go down. I'm going to go under it because this bitch is all jacked up. And I'm going to use this 18 mil on the harmonic balancer to turn the engine slowly until this pops out. When this pops out, I know both the valves are closed. Now, I know the intake valve is open, but I can actually hear the air coming out of there. This is why the name of the channel is the Struggle Bus Garage. So, I had this fucker in there, had it down in the cylinder. And the whole point of this thing is it puts compressed air into the cylinder. So when you turn the motor, when you get to both valves being closed, it will pop out. Pop. And you can hear it. You know that both valves are closed. Well, stupid me. I had this thing jammed down in there so freaking far that it was actually just building up 90 psi worth of pressure in the cylinder. And I'm sitting there, I can't hear air anymore. How is this damn thing not popped? Well, 10 minutes of my life wasted, so lesson learned. You don't have to jam this thing down in there all the way. Just put it in, rest it right on top. It's got a nice seal. Let me see. There you go. Pop, pop. Alright, so for the next step, I'm going to get that endoscope. And this is important. We're going to look down in there, and we're going to make sure that our piston is down. Our piston is all the way down there. Good. Very important. A little guide that comes in this kit. Put that in there. Like that. That's gonna do. That's gonna keep that drill bit nice and straight. Alright. Oh, look at that. Goes right past that bad boy. Perfect. Almost forgot. This would not be a good thing to forget. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this tap magic and I'm just gonna run it down a bit. We're through. When you're drilling this, you want to keep a light downward pressure, but you don't want to really lean on it, because the harder you lean on it, the more heat it's going to generate, and the more heat it generates, the more it's going to burn up that tapping oil, and when that happens, captain's out. I gotta get some pliers to get that fucker up. Alright. Just wouldn't be the Struggle Bus Garage if we weren't struggling, right? Alright, there we go. We got that out. See all the shavings all over that. And there's even more shavings on the inside. Don't want to leave those in. Just be really careful when you're grabbing this bit, because these, even up here, this bit is sharp as fuck. Alright. The next part, you're going to have to assemble the tool a little bit. This kit comes with this little nut, this little clip, and a tap. And a tap, so this is going to sit down in the cylinder this way, but it doesn't go through there. So you're going to assemble it, put it in like that, and then let's put this clip on the top there, so it doesn't fall through into the cylinder after you get it in there. So slide that down in there. Almost forgot. Let's get a little more of this tap magic on there. Let's run that bitch in. I had a feeling that ratchet wasn't going to have enough ass Well, nothing beats a good old hand ratchet like this. Oh, I think gotta pass that hump. Should be able to finish it off with this now. Let's see. I don't hate it. Let's fire our endoscope up and see what we did here. We've been a big old mess down there, but fucking Christ. But we got some nice shiny new threads on that cylinder wall. Look at that. If I can get this damn thing in there a little better. Let's see. We got a whole bunch of metal sitting in that cylinder down there. And that's got to come out. Also, important note here. Normally, I don't give a shit about safety glasses. You know, you do you, boo-boo. But there's going to be a lot of metal shavings flying up out of here. And they're going to be hovering right over top of it. So, I'll tell you what. I knew a guy that got some metal shavings in his eye before, grinding without safety glasses. And, yeah, they get it out with a fucking drill. They actually drilled through his eyeball to get the metal shavings out. And that's not something I want to experience. So, safety first, huh? Woo! See how we did. Last step. I'm going to want to apply a liberal amount of Loctite 272 to this insert. And I say a liberal amount because this is going to become part of the engine now. This insert, ideally, should never come out again. On this son of a bitch. Run that plug and insert down. Put some good torque on it. And then we are going to leave it there. Alright guys, thank you for watching the first official Struggle Bus Garage video. There's a lot of versions of that kit floating around Amazon, floating around eBay. The one that I'm going to link below, it's probably one of the most expensive ones on the market, if not the most expensive one, but I'll tell you what, there's definitely a difference. If you're going to do this job, don't go cheap. You want to get that kit. I think the kit's about 240 bucks, 249, 250 maybe on Amazon. But it's 100% worth it. There's kits out there that are 90 bucks, 100 bucks, but they're junk. I've had one myself years ago when I was actually doing this full time in a shop. It was a piece of shit. I immediately got rid of it. The one that I have now, it just works. And you can the drill bit will last forever. The tap will last forever as long as you treat it right. As long as you use the tap magic, you lubricate it before you use it, and that the tap and the drill bit will last forever. And you can just get more inserts, and you can do this over and over again if you have to. If you're just doing it for your truck, I'm telling you right now, if you go with a $90 kit, the insert's going to blow out within 30,000 miles. If you use a helicoil, you try to go really cheap, use one of those helicoils with those really chintzy kits. Good luck, because there's a good chance that tap insert's going to end up down in the cylinder, and then have fun taking your whole head off to get it machined if the piston even survives that nonsense. So honestly, if you're going to do it right. Get the kit. I'll link it down below. I'll link everything that I used today. Altogether, you're looking at probably $350, everything included. If you had to buy all the tools that I used today, you're looking at about $350, and you know, it's about a shop. You're easily going to be paying $1,000 for this. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Link to everything down below. Obviously, the obligatory, please like, subscribe, do all that. There'll be plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching. Struggle Bus Garage out.